Hey everyone, I'm just doing a quick check-in at the end of our first 3 days, our first week of e-learning. So there are a few questions I want to answer. I did answer this in the Q&A, but I want to get this out there. Guys, you have to go looking for things. I don't, as much as I want to have the time to sit there and answer the same question for 120 students, I don't have the time to be able to do that and get you all into different things that you need. So let's go explore what it is that will help us find questions. And then if we don't find an answer to our question or our question itself, then we'll talk about what you can do from there. So first and foremost, Google Classroom. Ta-da! Google Classroom. In our lovely post, you will find things like today's was a reminder. I told you that, hey, there's no new assignments for today, but this is what is due by the end of today, because that was all of our work for this week. And then other things you could work on. Where the Q&A session was, the fact that it was happening, right? So there are lovely posts, and you may look at it and go, oh, Ms. Akari, that's a lot of words and I don't want to read and I just want you to give me my answer. Well, you need to, right? If you haven't watched this e-learning changes, please go do that, because that talks about how class has changed and the different places to find things. So on the stream, looking at the post that I have made, that's first and foremost place to check to see if your question has already been answered. Next place, the syllabus. All right, you click on the syllabus, you click on this, yes, it was assigned as something to read and say that you read. And then after you read it, where'd it go? Oh man, I got rid of it. Okay, it'll pull up, it'll have, there's a little introduction, our weekly targets, which are our I can statements. I'm trying to let it load. From there, after that is our class structure, right? So like in this first paragraph, we'll be doing 2 lessons a week, 2 math Excel assignments, and a benchmark assessment. Notice there's something missing from there that I have had several people ask and request for. Also notice that it goes through what each day of the week will look like for us. Again, there's something in there there's something missing in there that people have been asking for. It explains what a benchmark assessment is and how it'll work. And then will you be able to retake the benchmark assessment? You can read that to figure that out. The communication in office hours and the fact that I will be answering emails during the times of 9 to 10:30, definitely during the times from 9 to 10:30. And then if I am on my computer and able to answer emails, then I will go and answer emails throughout my day, depending on what I am doing. Zoom rules. Up here it talks about our Zoom question and answer sessions and our Zoom small groups, which are also talked about several times in Classroom. So you have that. You have the Zoom links will show up there. E-learning question form. So you would click in here and you can type in your question. I highly suggest, though, I gave you the ability to view questions that have already been asked. And so you can come in here. The ones with lines through it, these are the questions that we answered in our Google or our question and answer session yesterday. And so I've blacked out this column because that had emails and you guys don't need to see who asked what. But here is where you can ask questions and we can go over. Sometimes I'll type in the answer right here. And sometimes it'll just be answered through a Q&A, and so you can go and watch the Q&A. If you don't see your question there, go ahead and fill out that form and add your question to the list. Every class is using these same forms, so I only have to look at one form. You have your e-learning help videos, so your Zoom basics, those e-learning changes. This video will go there afterwards. Each week will show up between resources and the week prior. So week 2 will show up right here starting on Monday. And then you have all of your activities, right? Notice that there is a Math Excel. Why? So that your parents who are subscribed to Google Classroom have the full list of what assignments are due, and when they are due, really complete your Math Excel, and all you have to do is come in here and say, I did it, click the little turn in button, and all your previous other stuff. If you have a previous exit ticket, you sign up here. Again, previous exit ticket. So chapter 12, chapter 13, that's what goes in here. Because, again, there are no exit tickets for chapter 5. That's why it wasn't in the syllabus. That's why there's no comment about how to do exit tickets for chapter 5 or signing up for exit tickets for chapter 5, because they don't exist. I know it's different. I'm pretty sure I talked about it in the e-learning changes video, but there's not enough time in my day, and this week I have been working way longer than I normally work to help get students through chapters 12 and 13, which I'm happy to do. I'm just saying I don't have time to do previous chapters and the current chapter. And the other thing is, previous chapters are now considered late. Your main goal is to stay up with where we are. So everyone is starting chapter 5. Everyone should be completing chapter 5 assignments by Friday of that week. That is your main goal. After you've completed that, then yes, we'll work on chapter 13 or chapter 12 or whatever chapter you're on to get those done and to help your grade. But again, no exit tickets for chapter 5. Okay? Please, please use your resources that are there for you. And then if your question is not answered in any of those resources, please reach out. I would be happy to answer your question. But there are plenty of places to look and make sure that it hasn't already been answered. I know that this whole process is new, and I know I miss seeing all of you and your smiling faces, or not so smiling faces, but I miss seeing you, and I know that this was not how we wanted our year to end, but we're going to persevere, right? Understand and persevere through this time, and until next time, I'll see you.